Hello, and welcome to the Funfiltered podcast. I am joined by Jordan.
Hello.
And Eddie.
Hello.
Okay, let's just get this list going then.
Okay, we'll start with the question that I was on,
Okay.
which is, what is your favourite song of all time?
My favourite song of all time is Love Will Tear Us Apart by Joy Division.
Okay, what about you?
Oh, just listening. Mine is My Song's Know What You Did in the Dark by Fall Out Boy.
Okay, fair enough.
What is yours, Eddie?
Mine is Heroes by David Bowie.
Okay, yes, that's like top 10 for me.
One of these is not like the other.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Because so Love Will Tear Us Apart. I never really had a favourite song. I had like songs that I could have said, oh, for now it's this. You know what I mean? And then in the summer of 2016, our minds were expanded.
That was our summer.
That was our summer, yeah.
It's like you always have like a...
Formative.
Yeah, the summer of your childhood.
Yeah.
That was kind of ours, I suppose.
Yeah, we were past childhood, but it's the one I'll definitely look back and think of as I changed.
Yeah.
That which summer changed me. And just music suddenly became this very alive thing. I always liked music, but it's like, it means something more to me now for some reason. And when I obviously I'd heard Love Will Tear Us Apart since birth, you know, that melody everyone knows. But I heard it again and it just slotted into my brain instantly. It just went, oh, that's your favourite song. I didn't think about it. I heard it, was like, oh, this is my favourite song. And just it has been ever since. And it's not a fad, is it? Because I still play it. You know, it is legitimately my favourite song. I don't know why.
I mean, it will say on the requestable nights and nights out.
Yeah,
you've requested it in the nightclubs that will play it.
Yeah, in nightclubs that will play it. Yeah. I don't know what it is. Obviously, the melody is incredibly catchy.
Would you say there's anything in the lyrics that speaks to you?
Yeah. I mean, Ian Curtis generally speaks to me. It's just such a melancholy song, and it's quite cold, but it's warm at the same time. It's very odd. And I think I relate to...
Odd?
I relate to odd.
You relate to odd?
Yeah. I just like the vibe that it conjures, you know?
I grew up for a part of my life in Macclesfield, so obviously I was aware of that for a while.
That's where Ian Curtis killed himself, right? Yeah.
Yeah. But
just in case the listeners won't know about.
He wasn't rubbing it in or anything.
No.
But it's not like it's an attraction there, but like they point out that Joy Division from around there, that this is
yeah.
In fact, I think it's still on at Macclesfield train station where they have like different time things, and I'm sure Love Will Tear Us Apart is on one of them.
Right.
They have a thing about them, and then I'm sure it's Love Will Tear Us Apart on like one of the things, like the song that came out.
Okay.
And like a date of this song.
Yes. I think 1980. I think because I think it was released posthumously. I think it was the last song they ever did. Yeah, because that's on his grave. That's on his gravestone.
Yeah.
Curtis Love Will Tear Us Apart.
But yeah, so obviously I knew of that, but I can't say like I spent much time listening to Joy Division.
Yeah.
I think until you pointed out the album to me.
Right.
I think it was Unknown Pleasures you pointed out to me.
Yeah.
Possibly because I think I'd seen the T-shirt. Because at the time at which like we met, certainly, those were the T-shirts you'd find in HMV.
Yes.
Yeah.
The band T-shirts that everyone wears and then doesn't have a clue.
Yeah.
Who the fuck?
Yeah.
No.
That is irritating, yeah. That's the thing, because I bought an Unknown Pleasures T-shirt, not knowing at all that it was a popular thing for people to wear. But I was looked at in the same way that, the uneducated.
Other Joy Division fans are looking at you going, this guy.
Yeah, but I wouldn't buy a T-shirt of any brand whatsoever if I wasn't quite intimately, acquainted with it. But Unknown Pleasures, because that was out. I'm a writer. If that hasn't been clear. And I've been inspired by a lot of things, but I think Unknown Pleasures was the first kind of piece of music that inspired an idea in another form, another medium. You know what I mean? Like a whole TV series came from that album, basically. The feel of that album.
Yeah. Quick step back. What is the etiquette with T-shirts? Because there is an etiquette, right?
With T-shirts?
Yeah, you're not supposed to wear a band you don't listen to. But also you're not supposed to wear the band if you're going to their gig or something?
Yeah, you don't wear your own... If you're in a band, you don't wear your own band T-shirt.
Which is a rule you've broken.
No, yeah, but not on stage.
No, okay.
You're not supposed to wear one to the gig of the band.
No.
Because the idea is you buy a new T-shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, so is it like a sort of, I'm not going to buy, I already have my merch, I'm not going to buy merch here? Is that the idea?
I think, so, I've been to a lot of, I've done gigs and festivals. So with that, you know, it's new tour, it's new merch. So I think certainly the feeling is, you know, obviously, you know, support the artist.
Yeah.
Buy a t-shirt kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I you know, if you're showing up in your old one, you don't want to buy new. I mean, it's fair enough, but I think, you know, most of the time, a lot of the people going will buy a new t-shirt.
Okay.
I think obviously supporting the artist is a big part of it.
Yeah.
But obviously otherwise it's just to like, to express your fandom, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it does seem odd going to a gig wearing, you're expressing your fandom by going to the gig. You don't need to wear a, you know,
Yes.
a Manic Street Preachers t-shirt when you're at a Manic Street Preachers gig.
Yeah.
It just is a bit silly.
But also, surely that's the perfect venue to express your fandom.
Why?
Well, you're
Yeah,
expressing.
but you are expressing your fandom by your
you're
presence.
expressing it by going, but
Yeah.
you're also advertising yourself.
But
as a
surely
fan.
the point of the shirt is, so when you're not at a gig, it's like, oh, I'm a fan of this band.
Yeah, but what
Not,
if
not at their gig.
But what if there are people who are genuinely at the gig, just like, oh, let's see what these Manic Street Preachers are like,
Right.
And you know, you're distinguishing yourself from the normies at that gig because you're like, oh,
I don't
I'm
know,
a fan.
and I would say as such it seems like kind of almost obnoxious to do it.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I fucking love this band.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking fan of this band.
Right.
And to me, it's like, yeah, don't wear the, it's almost like you want to be singled out as like, that guy, look, he's got our t-shirt on.
Yeah.
He clearly is a big fan of us. Don't do it. I
Okay.
just think don't do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
What about bands you don't listen to or bands you're not? a
yeah,
fan
don't
of?
do that either.
No.
I don't get angry at people who do it, but as a general rule,
It's,
yeah.
there's the common ones, so you'll get people like Guns N' Roses.
And Nirvana.
Yeah.
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 And then, but it's the Nirvana in particular, because the amount of people you just know don't know Nirvana.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, you know, or if they do, they only know Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Yes.
Which, great. I mean, I've known Smells Like Teen Spirit probably most of my life.
Yeah, well, I mean, he died the year I was born. Yeah, you were born 95, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were on the back end of Nirvana. But obviously, yeah, Smells Like Teen Spirit is ubiquitous. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, it's one of the only things that doesn't make me angry, it seems. No, I wouldn't.
We found it. We found the thing.
We found the one thing. I wouldn't get annoyed, I think, if someone was wearing a Joy Division t-shirt
Yeah.
that I knew didn't know who they were.
Yeah.
I don't think that would bother me. But it does seem,
But what if-
why are you doing it then?
Yeah, I know, but that's like because that's from a fan perspective, isn't it? It's like, oh, you're wearing the t-shirt of this thing that I like and you don't.
Yeah.
You don't. You know.
Deserve it.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
deserve it. You haven't earned it. But what if they're just like, oh, I just like the design?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
it
I like the
it doesn't really bother me.
Yeah.
You know?
What if it's a game like you wear the design and people are like, oh, it's that band. Oh, what band? This band. And they play you the band and you're like, oh, I actually like this band.
Right.
It could be
Right.
it could be a gateway. I'm not saying that's
No,
The only thing that
again,
happened.
to be fair, I would say you're the person that I got Joy Division from.
Yeah, sure.
So,
Yeah.
and yeah, I lived around where their music would have been
Yeah.
played consistently.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
I suppose, different points of time, growing up in Macclesfield, I was definitely not being shown that by friends and family.
Yeah.
I remember being in college and being shown the Mac Lads as an example of
Right.
music.
The Mac Lads.
And if anyone has ever listened to the Mac Lads...
No. They don't sound like, they aren't, it's not good in the tin.
I'll put it this way. They have a song called Charlotte,
Right.
and one of the lines in that is...
Charlotte is a harlot.
No, that would be...
That's the name of this podcast.
would almost be better.
Can we genuinely make a podcast? Call a podcast that?
sure
Yeah.
if you're happy with that.
Um,
But it's nice we found our title so
Yes.
quickly.
I'll get the exact lyric because I say it wrong.
Okay.
I've said it wrong in this conversation.
Is it a bad lyric? Is this why you're sharing this?
Bad lyrics, that's not what you talk
Oh
about.
yeah, because I have an entry for bad lyrics. If we're talking about that now,
A new one?
no, it's the same one you're aware
Okay.
of.
I mean, it's not the best song in the world.
Okay.
The opening line is, "I walked into the nag's head to sustain me belly,"
Hang on, this is from Macclesfield. Why are they talking about the nag's head?
because there's a nag's head in Maxwell.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Okay. That was not Frozen Horse.
No, but Charlotte is the biggest slag in Mac.
Sure.
Is like one of the main parts of the thing. It is completely, utterly filth, and it's about a genuine woman.
A slut.
That used to basically spend all her evenings in the nag's head in
Okay.
Macclesfield. I got my hand inside and my arm inside, and I lost it right up to me tattoo.
Okay.
And this was your introduction to music, was it?
No, but this was something I was played in college, and it's like, okay,
Right.
The point I'm making is I'm ignoring things like Joy Division, which were from the area.
Right.
Yeah.
Instead,
You
my
do though, I
friends-
think. You do.
Yeah.
I think you're prone to not... The grass is always greener sort of thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean the Jammer from Woking, which is where I'm actually from,
I love the Jam as well.
and I didn't listen to them until I came to uni.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah. Oh, I mean, like, once you leave... Not even once you leave home, just once you sort of get to, like, 18 and you sort of, like, start to live your own life a little bit, it does seem like there's always a correlation with music, isn't there?
Yeah.
Your music taste tends to broaden or, flower when you leave home.
Like,
Or 18.
Manic Street Preachers, I didn't really know anything about them growing up, other than they were from Wales.
yeah,
And so I just I had a negative association with them. Do you know what I mean? Oh, they're a Welsh band. And because I'm Welsh, it seems kind of parochial and twee, and it's just not going to be very good. Now I'm a very big fan of Manic Street Preachers. Stereophonics and Lost Prophets less so.
no, but to be fair, given that I used to listen to Lost Prophets, quite religiously, if you'd have told me that I would randomly spend my evenings in the
Your
area
Gods and Nonce.
that
That is the name of this podcast.
What was it?
Your Gods and Nonce.
All right.
Your God is a nonce.
oh, we're offended.
Where was this, Sam, on the last podcast?
It's something about this table, I'm telling you. It's just the geography.
We're
of
not,
the
we're not even
situation.
in the dark in this one.
No, I know.
We're in the light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your Gods and Nonce.
Fucking hell. But yes, no, but I the fact that I spend my evenings in Ponty recording,
Yeah.
Yes.
like
where they're
as
from.
where they're from, as someone listening to that, I would have gone. Nah, the idea of being around like Wales, no.
And Tom
Yeah.
Jones. Tom Jones from here as well.
Yeah, we're not massive fans of Tom Jones, though.
No,
are
we're
we?
not, but give the guy some credit.
Thunderball's good.
I like Delilah as well.
He always runs. Anyway, why is Heroes by David Bowie your favourite song?
I think it falls into the same sort of thing of my favourite film, which is It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
In that there's like a kind of just a hope about it.
Okay.
So it's a weird thing of I can watch It's a Wonderful Life at any point,
Yeah.
genuinely cheer me up. Whatever it is about the film, the story, and within the song, within that film, I could listen to Heroes by David Bowie probably all day. And
Well, it's that guitar for me. See?
yeah,
And again, just the mood it evokes. What's it about, really? Because David Bowie, other than Life on Mars, I've never really, I'll be honest, paid a lot of attention to lyrics.
according to because I got it up to make sure I said it right.
Yeah.
According to it was about this. It's the producer engineer embracing his lover by the Berlin Wall. One from the east, one from the
Right.
The
okay.
West.
We can be heroes just for
so,
one day.
yeah.
Yeah. That's a great line.
yes.
That's a great line. Yeah.
So I think there's something about
What?
Oh, sorry. We looked at each other at the same time as if this person's going to speak now.
Oh, right,
And,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It didn't happen.
No.
Sorry, Eddie. Go on.
no.
Gingerbread Paranoia.
Go listen to episode 2 to get that reference.
No, I think we shouldn't direct them to the referred reading.
No. Or just listen to the whole.
Yeah,
back
because
catalogue.
if we just drop in references that don't make any sense without the context of prior,
Yeah.
that will force them to listen to the audio.
Yeah, but they might just think, oh, it's like a thing in their personal lives that I don't know of.
They're
But if we
listening.
direct it to the,
They're listening in the first place. Let's not
Yeah.
hold it against them.
Okay. All right.
That's something.
Yeah. Shout out to the 3 listeners we still have.
I think it is 3. Yeah.
Well, we started off with 3, so we're doing all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Started off with 3,
Yeah.
and we've
Still got those 3,
We've got
yeah.
those 3. We've done well.
Yeah.
But as I say, I think it falls into exactly the same context with the film. Or there's just something about it, like because the lyrics aren't necessarily like happy all the way through.
Sure.
It's a Wonderful Life isn't happy all the way through, but then it's got like the positive point of it, as you say.
If you want the rainbow, you have to put up with the rain.
Yes.
Yes.
Which is a fairly easy way of putting it.
Yeah, but
so,
concise.
But yeah, I think because it was through the TV show Life on Mars that I heard Life on
Yes.
Mars, and then through that I heard Heroes.
Oh, okay.
Right. Okay.
So it came through. It's like a weird way of hearing.
yeah.
You know.
I heard Heroes through Perks of Being a Wallflower, which I think a lot of people will have done.
Yeah, that's.
I think I
that's-
first heard it there. Obviously, I knew who David Bowie was.
Yeah, as I've mentioned before, I had like an old MP3 player.
Yeah.
And at some point, I had Let's Dance on that.
Right.
So that would have been a like earlier introduction to
Yeah.
who he was, but I remember watching Life on Mars quite, when I watched that, because I think I watched as much of it as I could in one sitting. I really enjoyed watching it.
It was a great show, yeah.
So,
and the song as well, like, the thing I love about it, what the hell is that song about? Do you know what I mean? It's just...
not a fucking clue.
It's, you sort of get it,
Yeah.
but you don't quite. Odd imagery, I love stuff like that.
Yeah. It is weirdly enough, David Bowie is probably someone who has consistently been someone I've listened to.
Yeah.
Since you're talking at least like 7-8 years, and most other people I listen to haven't stuck around.
Okay.
And as I say, particularly like that song, I could quite happily listen to.
Yes.
So.
Okay.
Yeah. Sure.
Why is My Song's Not What You Did in the Dark by Fall Out Boy your favourite song?
This is not a distraction tactic, I
Right.
promise.
Okay.
But bad lyrics. I was going to mention...
We get, after you explain yourself,
Okay.
we'll circle back to it.
Right, okay.
Unless he's about to talk about the bad lyrics in this song.
I don't really pay attention to that.
The title is a bad lyric, isn't it? So it's such a Fall Out Boy lyric.
My songs know what they did in the dark, light 'em up.
Yeah, it is.
In brackets, like
It's
that.
very Fall Out Boy.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. It is definitely very Fall Out Boy. But it's interesting because I wouldn't say... Here's a question for both of you.
Yeah.
Do you think your favourite song is an accurate representation of your favourite songs as a whole?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you say the same for Heroes, Eddie?
I mean,
It's like representative of your taste in music, broadly.
broadly speaking,
Yeah.
because I have a very weird music taste, I would
Okay.
say.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, like,
I wouldn't say there's one... Like, I'd like to think I've got quite an eclectic music taste, but I would say there's definitely, like, a couple of things that are particularly my taste. I wouldn't say that with you. Yours
No.
is just everything.
I would say I usually, when it comes down to talking about music, I will go through the genres that I have.
Yeah.
Currently, now I do change my iTunes quite a lot, but currently there's like alternative punk, alternative rock, art rock, blues rock. So rock gets like a common theme.
Yeah.
But then there's like folk punk, grunge, hip hop, indie, like singer-songwriter, ska. Like
Yeah.
it does just go everywhere.
Yeah.
No, go on.
I was just, but for me, it's because I will listen to a certain like thing at a certain point. So there'll be if I'm walking to work, I'll probably try and listen to something that's a bit more motivational because usually I've just woken up and it's like an hour's walk and I've got I need something to get me.
Yeah, you don't want Joy Division or David Bowie to be your like work to walk.
No.
Work to work in the morning song.
No, I'm not listening to Life on Mars as I'm walking to work. That's for sure.
No, but dancing in the street.
But yeah, genuinely, that Let's Dance is the perfect
Rabble.
Yeah, all right. Exploit my lack of Bowie knowledge.
No, but it is true. I mean, I'm not going to listen to My Chem while I'm walking to work. So sure. So
Okay, unless it's teenagers.
yeah, I could maybe stop finding songs. Sam is just finding all the songs that we could possibly listen to. But generally speaking,
I know what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah.
My Chemical Romance is known for having its sort of darker
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
Emo.
It's
Yeah.
As much as I love listening to Frank Turner,
Yes.
and
See, that's a name that you float a lot.
when's this coming out?
November 22nd.
So to come out around the 22nd. So there's a chance by the time it actually comes out, that I will have seen Frank Turner. I'm seeing him on the 24th.
Oh, right,
okay.
okay. It might be out the day. It'll probably be out the day.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to see him on the 24th. But obviously, it's folk punk, it's acoustic. But this for me it's a different kind of show that he's doing. So it's an interesting because you're used to a certain kind of experience when you go to see Frank Turner.
Okay.
Like he's a good entertainer.
Okay.
That's missing from performance a lot these days. Is the showmanship.
Yeah, I think Frank Turner is really good at like nailing. He always includes the band. A lot of his songs have got good stuff you can sing along to. But he's doing kind of different tours. Like the first bit has got stuff off the new album, but it's like he's doing it on his own.
Right.
Now, to be fair, the new album, there's plenty of it that is on his own, but then the rest of the set he's bringing in the band. But it's supposed to be that they're doing like slightly different versions of like older material.
Okay.
Which is it's interesting because then you're seeing like he's playing stuff off like his first album, which then he hasn't necessarily maybe played in like a few tours or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is it's great. That's obviously good fan service. People love that. But I'm interested because it's the first time I've gone to a gig which is fully seated.
Oh, right, okay.
And I did tell my father, and he did laugh because he said that I sounded old because a few years ago I was like, nah, you don't go to a gig and sit down, and now I'm like, I was like, seated. Oh.
That my going into a club is conditional now on that I'll be able to sit down. Genuinely, I will not go into a club if I have to stand up. I won't do it.
And yet you go to Live Lounge.
We're not talking about live lounge again.
No, we're not.
Yeah, but live lounge, it tends to be stand next to the stairs, and then as soon as a booth opens up, you get in there.
Right, okay.
And to be fair, I've been able to sit down every single time I've been in the last.
I think so as well. Every time I've been there.
Okay. You're wrong, but okay.
We're wrong about being able to sit down.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, see, my milieu, I would say, is like mainly post-punky sort of stuff. Joy Division, The Smiths, Echo and the Bunnymen, a lot of like 80s post-punky bands. That's mainly my thing, I think. 80s.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah. But...
Okay, we'll go back to Jaw, because I want to hear about the Fall Out Boy song. And I want to hear about why.
Yes.
So...
Okay. Well, the reason I asked the question as to whether you think it's representative of your taste in music...
because,
Yeah. The Fall Out Boy song, not really, I would say. I wouldn't say that from that you'd be able to sort of guess my kind of... what I like about music. Because particularly older Fall Out Boy, I mean, Fall Out Boy now are basically a pop band, aren't they? I think like the album after My Songs Not What You Know What You Did, where they did...
So that's off of Save Rock and Roll, the one that comes out as American Beauty, American Psycho.
Yeah, and it had the song for Big Hero 6 on it. And
Immortals.
And there was like another song on there which I thought was okay. But that was that's probably like the most recent Fall Out Boy stuff I like. After that, I stopped really, liking Fall Out Boy.
I would say mainly as an interesting album. The one after.
Okay.
One. It's an interesting...
Yeah,
okay.
I like that.
Are you being kind there, Eddie?
Interesting is the word you use when you either got something bad to say or you don't really have anything to say.
It was Linkin Park's more recent stuff
very interesting.
Very interesting stuff, Yeah, so I prefer all
don't make me slag off Linkin Park. The man killed himself.
No. New Linkin Park... Not New Linkin Park, but like,
Right.
Linkin Park at the end of Linkin Park.
Okay.
Because they're not going anymore.
I think they're still going, aren't they?
What?
Linkin Park.
They technically still are a band.
Are they going as Linkin Park, or is it like a new name?
But this thing, they haven't done anything since.
Right.
No.
Because I think Mike Shinoda's gone off and done his own stuff.
Yeah.
Which I will give a shout, as I thought his solo album was fairly good.
Okay.
That is something I listen to quite a lot.
What is it? Is it like a Trent Reznor, 9 Inch Nails sort of thing where it's him producing the songs, or is it a rap album?
Oh no, he kind of sing. It's got rap on it, but he does sing.
Okay.
And it is. I would say, obviously it's about a man. He's written this after Chester.
Yeah.
So it is about a man who has, trying to figure out what the fuck to do.
Yeah.
Okay. Because Shinoda always was the architect of Linkin Park, wasn't he? He was the guy behind it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I genuinely would highly recommend giving the album a listen.
Okay. I like the stuff he did. I did the Raid. His score for
that was a good
Yeah.
score. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, Brazers Out is a
brilliant.
Yeah, great song.
I can't remember the point. But yeah, no. So with Linkin Park now, I think once they figure out how they're dealing with not having a frontman, if it's going to be someone new or what.
Okay.
Because I think that's been the problem. I think they don't want to replace Chester, which is fair enough.
He is irreplaceable. I think he genuinely is irreplaceable.
He's one of those frontmen.
Yes.
I wouldn't feel, because I wasn't around, obviously, at the time that Cobain died.
Yeah.
So I would feel uncomfortable making a direct comparison.
Sure.
But it did, when Chester Bennington died, when the news came out, it did have, like the way people talk about the day Cobain died, the day Chester Bennington died, it felt like that almost.
So a lot of celebrities died around the same time.
Yeah.
That one, I can't say I was massively emotionally. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
I cared a lot. It was upsetting.
Yeah.
But I do remember where I was when I found out. I was at a Spoons in the beer garden. I just came up as news on my phone.
Yeah.
And I went in. I bumped into a friend of mine who was coming in for work.
Yeah.
And she said, have you heard the news? I was like, yeah, it's weird, isn't it? And you could see the news spread through the bar staff.
Yeah.
And everyone didn't really know what to do for a second.
No,
Yeah.
well, I remember the evening of that day because you were staying at mine at the time.
Yes, and I came in and you were playing Linkin Park songs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we ended up listening to the first 3 albums.
Yeah, yeah.
And that I would say literally, other than when Bowie died, I don't think I've done that with any like musician in terms of like someone even when Chris Cornell passed away.
Yeah,
I did start listening to things like Soundgarden.
That was my introduction to his music.
Really?
Finding out he died. That's when I properly started listening to Audio Slave. And
I
stuff.
remember where I was when I found out he died as well. Yeah, strangely enough.
See, I can't remember that.
Okay,
But
that
also-
was I'd been on a night out and I was in halls. I was chatting to someone.
Yeah,
It was like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
and I found out.
I remember because you walked in.
I walked in and you were sleeping. Yeah.
Our friend whose place we were staying in, he was in bed. I was on the floor, and you walked in. He went, "Oh, Chris Cornell has died."
Yeah.
And I was only half awake, so I just kind of went,
Yeah.
But then it sort of hit me afterwards.
Yeah.
This guy, I knew Chris Cornell. It's like, this guy I know has died.
Yeah.
And before that, for me, it was Philip Seymour Hoffman. That was like the one that shook.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, it did feel like, because there were people I'd never spoken to in my life,
Right.
who would like, have you heard of Chester Bennington? Oh, I love this music. And you'd end up talking about like, because it was like, 2000s. Linkin Park started proper, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of our generation grew up with Linkin Park.
I was going to say, I think nu metal only really exists.
Korn and Linkin Park.
Korn,
Yeah. I think it's that thing of, Linkin Park, I don't have as high opinion of the music as I used to.
No.
But I'll always love it.
Yeah.
I'll always love it. But even while I acknowledge that musically, it lacked whatever. But they were my band.
Yeah.
They what got me into music because my cousin liked them. My older cousin, and he was sort of my gateway into a bunch of things like The Matrix and all this stuff. But he was a big fan of Linkin Park, and so they were my first. I had a sense of ownership over them, if you know what I mean.
Yes. Yeah. It's definitely my connection to, because I think after, what album was When They Come For Me on?
I think that was Thousand Suns.
Yeah.
I think that was the last. I liked Rebellion, and I can't remember when New Divide came out in relation to A Thousand Suns.
I think it was before. It would have been before.
No, they released a single off of 1,000 Songs, and in the end, New Divide might have come out before the album, but it got put out as a single, as like a B-side.
Right.
Oh, did it? Yeah, because Minutes to Midnight was 07.
Yeah.
And then New Divide was 09.
Yeah.
And I think Thousand Suns was 11. I think.
I was going to say, I think 1,000 Songs was 10.
Okay.
So, but it came out as like around that.
Yeah, New Divide wasn't. It was on the album for the Transformers soundtrack.
Yes,
wasn't
it was. Yeah. No, Minutes to Midnight was the last Linkin Park album I liked. Yeah. And A Thousand Suns was the last one where there were enough songs that I would acknowledge it.
So
after that, I kind of
Suns
stopped.
Was 10.
Yeah.
It was 10. Okay.
Yeah.
See,
after that, I stopped with Linkin Park. But yes, it's the history that I have with that band that sort of made me so like.
Yeah, it's
his
why
death mattered as much as it did.
It's why when I was in primary school, I sang in terms of like the choir and that that sort of thing.
Yeah,
but I never had any interest in kind of pursuing that per se.
Okay.
And then when I was about 10 or 11, it was towards the time I was leaving primary school. I had a dream in which I played with a band in front of the primary school. I even as I woke up, I was like, oh, that was like really powerful. I want to do that.
Yeah.
And then when I got into Linkin Park, that's why I kept singing. That exclusively Linkin Park, because I loved his voice so much. Like I want to do that. That's the only reason I ever started, really. Yeah.
So there's been plenty of nights out where Bleed It Out has been on. You will do the singing.
Yeah.
I will attempt the rapping.
Yeah, but that's it. If Linkin Park do carry on, he is irreplaceable. But I think you do need to have the singer. You can't just have Mike Shinoda and like guests doing occasional.
Yeah.
You need it. Linkin Park is a rapper and a singer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's who I think, and I think this is why it's probably takes a. Is I think it's who would that singer be?
Yeah. Maybe a new singer. Maybe. Maybe
Sam,
genuinely.
I hear you have a little announcement you need to make.
Maybe it's not someone who's in an existing band.
No, exactly. Yeah.
Maybe it's a newbie. Because I remember when Velvet Revolver, when the lead singer of that, Scott Weiland, I think his name was, when he died, Chester Bennington was rumoured to be the replacement for him. and that would have worked. But yeah, maybe it's not a case of taking someone from another band. Maybe it's just a case of we'll find the next person.
Maybe.
You know?
But then you need to ask the question of like what Linkin Park is nowadays, because you know, obviously the Heavy was the song.
I think Chester Bennington's voice dwindled over the years. It happens.
Oh yeah,
with that type of saying.
When you listen to the stuff he was doing, Hybrid Theory.
Yes,
it's no wonder he wrecked his voice.
No, and I think yes, because I could be mistaken, but I don't think he was professionally trained. I remember, and this was part of the inspiration. I read an interview with him where he said, for singing, he said, "I've never had classes. I just came home after school and I did it every day. I just practiced singing every day, and that was it. So that's what I would do."
Yeah.
But so yeah, he probably didn't have the technique to not fuck his voice up.
Yes, mind you, is there a way of singing?
There's a way. Well,
where it doesn't fuck your voice.
There's a way of screaming where it doesn't mess up your voice.
Yeah,
because you do it from the stomach or whatever. There are whole things you can do. I haven't done any of that either. But the cynic in me thinks that the shift in their musical direction was to accommodate his reduced potential.
Because he couldn't.
He just couldn't do it anymore. So they had to do poppy kind of songs that featured other artists.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I mean, it didn't work for the older audience, generally speaking. But
no,
there were people who would listen to their newer stuff and But I suppose you look at like the evolution of Bring Me the Horizon. There are people who will know Chelsea Smile and be like, "What the fuck did this band turn into?"
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But then there are people who will listen to this stuff now and go, "Well, yeah, but I can actually understand what the fuck he says now."
Yeah. The thing is, like that whole thing that's another thing that doesn't make me angry. Weirdly enough, is music I'm weirdly tolerant about. Well, I'll explain that in a sec.
Right.
Like this idea of resenting a band that you like for changing direction or for shifting their wanting to experiment. It's like you've got to. I'm of the mind that if you are a band that's doing that, as long as at the gigs, you're sort of doing half and half at least. Half are for you and half are for the crowd.
Yes.
Like, don't just be a dick and just do your new material, because nobody... If you go to give me a band.
Green Day.
If you go to a Green Day concert, I want to hear American Idiot. Yeah. I want to hear Boulevard of Broken Dreams or whatever. There are things that just... You have to put it in there.
Yeah.
Don't just play the new album. Don't be a dick about it.
No.
But I've never understood that, because I think a lot of there's a hypocrisy in it, because those people will have found bands when that band was at a certain stage of its evolution without having listened to the older stuff.
Yes.
So you can't then talk about another band.
Well, Bring Me the Horizon being an example, I came in around the time the Happy Song was out. That was my introduction.
Sleepwalking was my... I knew about, because again, Skuz and Kerrang.
I would say, because Kerrang had the album that in 08 and 09, Kerrang did Kerrang the album for those years.
Yeah.
And I want to say it's called Football Season Is Over.
Okay.
That's on one of them. And I listened to that and I was like, what the fuck is this?
What's the single where he's in the back of an ambulance for a lot of it?
It Never Ends, I think.
It Never Ends. So I'd seen that a lot, and it was just noise to me.
Yeah.
And then Sleepwalking was the first. And then I was hearing... kind of, hearing tell that they had gotten good, basically.
But yes, and that is the way, because, I mean, my sister's other half remembers being, because he did Reading for like years and years.
Right.
He went to Reading and they were basically bottled off the stage under the thing of fuck off back to Sheffield.
Sure.
And then, you're talking, I mean, at the moment they are currently rumoured to be at least a co-headliner of next year's festival.
Right.
And the last time they played, it went down phenomenally well.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's completely shifted from being a band everyone was willing to get rid of to a band they're going, oh yeah, shit, that's a good choice now.
The thing is, it is just kind of, it's failure to grasp, not even impulse, but kind of, you don't want to do exactly the same thing all the time, especially if you're a creative person. It's not even asking, like, stay within the ballpark. It's saying, can you just do exactly what you've done? Slightly changed, so it's different, but so I still like it. But it's like, if you're making music, you're gonna I want to try this completely separate thing. It's like saying to Edgar Wright, can you just make zombie films? I don't want any of this new crap.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? It's too come to doing that. Yeah. It's like, you have to give them that leeway, because like with Bring Me the Horizon, I don't like their old stuff. Then Happy Song period, I'm a big fan of, and now I don't like them so much anymore again. But they've gone too far the other direction for me.
Yeah, but I much like Linkin Park, I think it's because his voice is fucked.
Yes.
Because
yes, I agree.
No, but isn't he screaming? Was it Ludens?
Yeah. So the song that's on the Death Stranding sound, he does scream.
Yeah.
But it is not like it was.
No.
Oh yeah, I don't think he's incapable of like in the studio with enough takes you're gonna get it.
Oh yeah,
I think,
and when he plays live on certain songs, they'll still play certain older. You know, as I use Chelsea Smile as reference because that is a song they will sometimes still play.
Okay.
And he screams throughout most of that.
Right. That's the thing. When you do that much screaming, it's like it's all you can do. Yeah. So you could keep doing that, but he can't sing. He can't sing for shit.
He's got the opposite problem.
Yeah, he can't sing.
Yeah, he can scream.
He can't at all. Yeah. It's so terrible.
It's genuinely put me off going to see them live. Having shown me like live performances by him. Yeah, it's genuinely put me off.
And the fact that the Jordan Fish, the keyboard, that he picks up a lot of the slack.
Yeah,
because he's singing, and then just that guy will take over. I was like, what do you? And he's a good front man in terms of he gets the crowd going and everything, but he can't sing for shit. And there was that live performance of Medicine.
Yeah,
where it's auto-tuned.
Yeah,
Well,
I was just say, you say he can't sing.
Yeah,
but his attempt at rapping on the song Heavy Metal.
Yeah, okay. It makes him seem like Sinatra.
I don't mind some of that new album. Again, I'm much in the point of like them less than I did when Happy Song, Throne, and all that came out.
Yeah.
I think That's the Spirit is probably going to be the best album
they ever do.
Yeah,
I think so.
The album before Sentimental, I have a lot of.
Yeah, I quite like that one.
There's plenty of that. That's the song that has Sleepwalking on.
Yes.
But with Ammo, you started off with what was going to do well.
Yeah.
There are some songs that are too long. There are some songs that just but I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I think they're overproduced is the problem there.
Yeah. And so them coming out, or certainly Ollie Sykes coming out and suggesting that they won't necessarily make albums, but they'll make songs. My hope is that, much like, because One Republic, I don't know how much you know about One Republic, but One Republic basically did an album, didn't have any promotion for it, things like that, and then just went, nah, in the modern market, we'll just bring out singles.
Okay.
Right, okay.
Which, in the modern market, fair enough. I completely understand doing that.
Yeah.
My only hope is, much like them, because I don't mind listening to them, is that Bring Me Horizon will release one or something, one every so often. I'll go, all right.
Yeah. It's a shame, though.
It is.
That the appetite for albums has gone down.
Yeah, it's weird because the appetite for albums has gone down, but yet the sale of vinyl is through the roof. And generally speaking, what are you buying on vinyl? Albums.
Yeah, that is unusual. Yeah, you haven't talked about why it's your favourite song.
Yeah, we need to get back to Fall Out Boy.
No, we were having a good discussion.
No,
a good discussion about music and such.
But yes, we've tangented massively.
Yes, we have.
Yes, back to Fall Out Boy.
What was the original point?
And why it's your favourite song?
No, I was that we diverted from. That it doesn't represent.
Yeah.
Because typically I would say I like more energetic
Sonic music.
Sonic music, yeah, exactly. That was my introduction to music, broadly speaking.
Yeah.
The kind of I guess hard rock.
Yeah.
It's butt rock is the name that
butt rock.
Butt rock is a name that many people use, but I think that's sort of like an internet coin to where it's kind of rock music you shouldn't like but you do like,
Okay.
You acknowledge it's bad, but it's so good though.
Yeah. Because I think of video game stuff for that sort of thing. Power rock springs to mind, but also
there's a bit of that in there.
I'd call it radical rock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Because that's the 90s thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Radical, man.
Yeah.
So radical rock.
And there's a band.
Rad rock.
There you go. We're going to call it Rad Rock. And also there's a band from Japan called Bandmate who do very similar music to that, which I found recently and love as well. So I would say that's kind of more my taste in music, not, the emo-y kind of early Fall Out Boy. Would you say emo? It's emo.
Yeah. Early kind of emo.
Yeah. It certainly would fall... Early Fall Out Boy is going to fall into the same category of you're probably going to have them on the playlist of MCR and Panic at the Disco.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, what would you call that? What would you call that music? It's kind of emo.
It's early 2000s punk rock alternative emo.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah. I'll fall in line with that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Early punk. Not early punk. Early noughties punk. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Again, Blink 182 falls into the same category. Same
punk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It falls into the same group, but it's the early 2000s version of it.
Yes. I think Blink is responsible for Fall Out Boy, those sorts of bands. All Time Low.
Yeah.
You Me at 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all Blink. Because they pop up in every video they do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I mean, also, All Time Low literally have a video
Mark Hoppus.
with Mark Hoppus and I think it's Pete Wentz in it.
Yes.
And it's like, these are not Fall Out Boy. Yeah, but Fall Out Boy's not Blink. Like,
Yeah.
you know, that's literally the joke about it.
Yes.
To be fair, I don't mind Fall Out Boy.
I don't mind, but again, earlier, I don't like them now. I don't. Since they reformed, I don't like them.
I like the first album when they came back, so Save Rock and Roll. I like that.
2013.
I think it was
Yeah.
Again, I like some off of what came next, which is the one with Immortals on.
Yeah.
The album that came out after that.
Yeah, I don't know anything beyond.
Not so much, other than the fact that listening to Young and Menace, which is a song they created with no idea how they were ever going to play it live.
Right.
And there's definitely a throwaway to Britney Spears in it.
Sure.
Because, why the hell not?
Topical. She's still massive in pop culture.
No.
No, she's not, Eddie, you're right.
2001 match.
Yeah. Oh no, what album was Uma Thurman on?
That's on the one after Save Rock and Roll. So it's
okay,
the
I
one
know
with
that
the...
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I know that one. I don't like it, I've just heard it everywhere.
But then, so next year, Green Day, Fall Out Boy and Weezer are doing a tour together.
Oh, it's that... I kind of like the poster. It's that weird, like...
It's the Hella Mega Tour.
Hella Mega Tour, yeah.
I've heard. Why have we heard about this? Have you talked about this?
Yes, I'm going to see it in
Okay.
London.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got this insane poster.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just colour and shape.
I like Weezer
you
a
know.
lot. And Green Day hit and miss for me.
Yeah,
Um,
but also big Green Day fan, so that
Yeah.
and it happens to be on my birthday.
Oh,
so
right,
that's
okay. Yeah.
part of why.
Oh, perfect.
Was it Weezer, Green Day, and who? Sorry.
And Fall Out Boy.
I Fall Out.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
as part when they announced it, they all released a song. So Fall Out Boy have got Believe It. So their compilation was Believers Never Die. So their second compilation, Believers Never Die, Volume 2.
Sure.
Okay. Because why not? Because why not?
Because why not?
Why not? Yeah.
And then Weezer and Green Day were announcing new albums anyway.
Okay.
So they all drop a song. Fall Out Boys, I want to say it's Wycliffe Jean, which is the guy on it.
Right.
Is a rapper, which, fair enough. They've toured with him and they've done the whole, much like Blink-182 and Lil Wayne touring together, they've done this kind of thing.
Is Wycliffe Jean Shakira?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Of course, you have your own connection to that song, don't you, Sam?
I do. The Hips Don't Lie music video gave birth to my sexual awakening.
Yes.
That's when I realised that, women, sex.
Yes.
Was the Hips Don't Lie music video. Not even an advert for it. It was all, I think it was like a Now CD. And, they played a little clips on the music videos. Yeah. Let's not think about it. I'll get distracted.
Quote unquote distracted.
Distracted.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I would say, to be fair, I can think of my own equivalent, which was Girls Aloud and Sound of the Underground.
Oh,
You like that song, don't you?
I do.
Yeah.
I do like that song. I like.
But you're ashamed about it because I played it when we were in the car and I turned it up really loud and you were like, turn it down. As we were driving around a car park. Sound of the Underground.
I like the guitar in it. I like that guitar.
Right.
To be fair, the intro to that, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Yes.
If that guitar was in I've said before, if that guitar was in a better song, I'd listen to that song instead.
Okay.
But I do like the instrumentation in that song.
What was your sexual awakening?
I'm not copping out. I genuinely don't remember.
Okay.
No, I don't even remember
Okay.
when it was roughly in my life. Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to have that song stuck in my head all fucking day.
Shakira. Oh, baby, when you talk like that. Why is that your favourite song?
Well, Shakira. It's not my
Why
favourite
is Shakira
song.
your favourite song? We'll come back to Bad Lyrics because she's got a really bad one.
Yes. I mean, there isn't as much to dig into with my songs. No, we didn't.
No.
As there is with Joy Division or Heroes.
Yeah.
May I not criticise you? May I...
Oh, you don't have to ask for permission. You just do it anyway, don't you?
You criticise him.
Dare I say, the much of your taste is facile.
Explain.
It's about cool and it's about style.
That's certainly a part of it, yes.
It's not about the import of the song. Because it's not like, you don't want to play it at your funeral song, do you know what I mean? It's not...
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure,
it's
man.
like, it's kind
I get what you say.
Yeah.
For me, though, with music, I tend to sort of divide music into one of two categories for me. There's music
Right.
that I listen to listen to
Yeah.
for entertainment because I like the songs. And then there's music I listen to sort of get the creative juices flowing, if that makes sense. So it's the kind of
Right.
music that gets me in the mindset of, like, you know, whether it's editing or whether it's writing, or
Okay.
even if it's just like, oh, I listen to this song and I think of this kind of scene, or I think of this kind of look or style or environment.
Very quickly, because it's only a quick point, I want to interject with, if I'm writing, I will always play Loveless by My Bloody Valentine.
Oh, okay.
Every time. It
Why?
doesn't matter what I'm writing, because I love that album so much, for one. And it's I write at night typically, and it's a very nocturnal album, I find. And it's just kind of, because it's a shoegaze kind of wall of sound feel, you're not distracted by it.
Oh, okay.
And so it kind of just washes through you and over you.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyway, that's what to do.
Okay.
But yeah.
No, that's fair enough. So yeah, that's my two kind of modes when it comes to music.
Yeah.
But yeah, the music that I listen to for entertainment, yes, it's typically more cool / stylistic,
Yes.
however you want to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's not much to dig into. I think basically it comes down to I like the sound of that song.
Okay.
And I haven't got bored of it.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think that might just genuinely be why.
Yeah.
You know. And also I found it obviously came out in 2013.
Yeah.
And I was going through a bit of a rough patch
Sure.
with a girl
Mm-hmm.
around that time. And that song was just like a nice distraction.
That is the one kind of terrible thing sometimes about music, is when you hear a song around a turbulent period, you always think of that thing. So Do I Want to Know, which was the same.
That was
The same time.
there's two. There's
Yeah.
Fall Out Boy, which was just like, oh, this is a nice song to
Yeah.
get me through. And then, yes, that song, Do I Want to Know by Arctic Monkeys, came to represent the situation I was going through.
Sort of the same.
Yeah.
Exactly the same, because I remember around the time we went to midnight, we went to Game Station to buy GTA 5.
Yes.
And it was around that time. And so whenever I hear Do I Want to Know, it connects me back to that end of school melancholy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of like that last summer sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I wish it's nice, because I think it's stupid to kind of try and shun those sorts of things. But it is a shame, because I like the song. I don't always
is.
want to like be taken back.
It is, but thankfully, in the case of Do I Want to Know,
Yeah.
it hasn't ruined the song for me.
No, it hasn't ruined the song. No, but there are songs like that for me where just my stomach will drop, because it'll just take me back to a time and a place. Yeah.
I have, and some of them are songs obviously I particularly like.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, obviously, like I have lyrics to one tattooed on my arm.
Yeah.
I thought
I was going to be like, "Oh, show it, Eddie," but they're not going to see it. are they?
But what is it?
So the line is, "All we need is daylight." And I went through a rather rough patch, and having got out of said rough patch, I heard that song, and the whole kind of point was, if you get lost in the world, remembering there's another day.
Sure.
And I was like, that would have been a good song to listen to. But after a point in time, I stopped listening to it for a really long time. And I was like, actually, so it's like a weird thing of it went like the other way of, oh, I can't listen to this now.
Right.
Because it just reminded me then of going through a shit time.
Yes.
Even though I got through said shit time,
Yeah.
you know, by the end of it fairly unscathed. And I've arguably had worse times since. It was a weird thing. And then I was putting together, I have like a playlist on my own Spotify of like what I call positive songs for negative moments.
Sure.
And as I was putting that together, I shoved it like on at the bottom, and that was like the first time I'd listened to it in ages. So I was like, actually,
Right.
maybe I can like.
Enough time has passed.
What is that the name of the song? Or
The song's called Daylight.
Okay.
Who's it by?
It's by a band called Young Guns.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Who are I think if you're going technically speaking, because they were the support act, they're the first people I ever saw live.
Okay.
So yeah, but that had to sort of do its journey. Miss You by Blink-182 is one that has its own difficulties.
Yeah.
For certain reasons. I've been through weird, certain songs which have gone through weird periods of time. A period of time I have really struggled listening to Mr. Brightside.
I remember.
Oh,
I remember having to snap you out of it.
Yes, I know. But I remember.
Yeah.
Yes, because you will not have anyone think of that song negatively, will you, Sam?
It was nice. I do really like the song, and I think it's a shame kind of how overplayed it is, and thus people think it's kind of shite.
Yeah.
Because I think it's a really good song. But no, we were going out like on the weekly.
So we were going out on the weekly. It kept getting played, and every time it got played, I would just walk away.
Yeah.
I wouldn't entertain. I'd go outside or get some fresh air, whatever. And then we were in Tiger.
We were.
And you were like, "Come on!"
Let's grab you by the head. I was like,
literally.
Listen, it's a song. It's a song. Yeah.
And literally, snapped me out of it.
Yeah.
and I've been fine with it ever since.
Yeah. I'm awesome, Vic. A friend told me that I come across as cocky on these podcasts. Do you think that's I think that's accurate?
Oh, what are they on about? This friend of yours, they know nothing.
Yeah, no, the songs that spring to mind for me is there's a Nick Cave song called 15 Feet of Pure White Snow. And I heard that song around the time I was, my film palette, I'd sort of gone through the first phase of film done. And then it like hit another stage where like the Coen brothers I started to become aware of. And I bought like No Country for Old Men, Fargo, all in kind of one thing. So I always think of that when I think of 15 Feet of Pure White Snow. And the song Maps, which I think is probably the most powerful one for me, by the AAS. I heard that song when I was experiencing like my first ever crush at the end of, for me it was at the end of school. Yeah. And we used to be on the bus together. And it was like Christmas time. So for me, that song is getting up early and it's freezing cold. And I listen to it in my headphones and go wait for the bus. Like that, my stomach drops every time I hear that song. It's weird, isn't it? I think music is definitely the most powerful art form.
It is, yeah, definitely.
I think, like, you know, we talk about like my music taste and the like how like ranging it is, but I think it's genuinely a lot of it is different things for different moods. Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's 100% that. Like, if I'm having a shit day and I want to indulge the shit day, shall we say? Yeah, there are songs for that. Right. You know. Okay. Whip out the Smiths.
Yeah, see, I used to be kind of the same, but Radiohead was my big. If I was moody, I'd listen to Radiohead.
No, to be fair, Radiohead is a good shout.
And the Smiths. Yeah, I don't like to indulge. Like if I'm feeling moody, I don't do it now because I'm worried that like it's going to activate something. But it's more if I'm in a bad mood, I'll listen to an angry song and I'll sing it.
Yeah, I have particular songs for like if I'm angry and I want to indulge being angry. Yeah. I have a particular song.
Yeah. What the fuck is wrong with you by Combi Christ? That's mine.
Is it?
Yeah. That's like a proper like, you know.
Mine is called We Are Fucking Angry by the King Blues.
Oh right.
And I can literally just go, yeah, it's fucking am. You're damn fucking right.
I think I have one in particular, but one that springs to mind of when I've been pissed off at. True Friends. That's a good one. That's a good one to scream out. Yeah. That's a good one. Yeah. Hate is gasoline. Oh, there's such power in that. Yeah. Hate is gasoline.
See, Bring Me the Horizon. This is what you need to be going back to. Fuck's sake. But you know, that is purely where the music like it comes like it is taste and it's what will inspire. You know, so I mean, like there are songs in the chart and I'll hear it and I'll go, if it wasn't for the fact that it reminds me of this or it puts me in this kind of mood. Yeah. I probably would think this is quite shit.
Sure. Yeah.
But because it'll do like whatever. Yeah. Like, you know, there are songs in the chart these days which are atrocious. But then my taste is quite weird because in the summer I shift to a more. I suppose it's summer. It's you know it's a more happier season if you will. Yeah. So my music taste shifts somewhat.
Is it like clothing for you? You'll wear something brighter in the summer and you listen to something moodier in the winter.
Yeah. Like I will have like dance, EDM, and dubstep.
Okay. Right. See, the thing is, summer. Your taste is broader than mine, and like I don't quote unquote happy music. I tend not to like. I don't like club dance music or anything like that. So it's all just moody stuff. But yeah, in winter, I think of Radiohead. I think of the Smiths, stuff like that, and My Bloody Valentine. But because of that summer is where we properly discovered music. And it was Joy Division and it was Echo and the Bunnymen. Yeah. So it's just a whole moody year for me.
I'd say my taste is fairly consistent. I don't go through phases. No. I'll go through moods. It's like, I want to listen to something more mellow today. But I kind of listen to the same stuff.
I play Christmas songs at any time, really, just to irritate you.
Absolute monster.
I did it today, didn't I?
You did, yes. Stop it.
Best car ride to be just the first song. Christmas time. Like, God. The rest of it wasn't Christmassy, but you opened with a Christmas song.
I was just going to go on a binge, but I thought, no, I want to listen to Jane's Addiction.
Which was fair enough.
Yeah. Before we get to bad lyrics,
okay,
I want to talk about maybe, is there any type of music that you just can't abide? You just can't do it?
Musicals. I know it's not a type of music.
No.
I can't watch a musical if I'm on my own.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not the same.
I cringe.
I will
so
indulge
hard.
a musical if I want
No,
to.
Why
I
do you
can't.
cringe? Because I'll
don't
tell you
know.
what, we have another friend who anybody singing that's not like a recorded band or anything, he can't bear it.
Yes.
Oh no, stop! Like karaoke and stuff which is meant to be a bit cringy.
Yes.
But he just can't. Like,
I get that
tolerate
a
it.
little bit, but I can power through.
Okay.
Musicals, that's what's kind of solidified it for me, is the fact that even on my own, I can't watch a musical. That we were watching
Scrubs.
You were watching Scrubs, and of course we got to that episode, and I think you were on the phone.
The most acclaimed episode, arguably.
Well, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were on the phone to somebody, so you were out of the room.
Yeah.
So I was just on my own watching my musical, the Scrubs episode. I couldn't do it. I genuinely couldn't do it. I had to walk out the room. And I'm not being dramatic. I can't.
Why? What is it about it?
Is
Is it the earnestness of it? What is it?
Maybe it might be that.
Okay.
But it's a test. You saying like music is the most powerful art form.
Yeah.
It's a testament to that I have such a visceral reaction to that, to like musical music. But then when it comes to like other types of music, I'm just completely content and comfortable.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know what it is with musicals.
I don't get anything like repulses me like that.
They feel.
I mean, I've played you certain hip hop, and you've gone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Turn that. In
fair
fairness, there are certain things I'm playing you to see how you'll react.
Yes.
But there are certain things I'm certain I've played you where I've gone, no, I listened to this, and you've been like, nah.
A lot of hip hop, a lot of EDM, dance house. Stuff like that.
You mentioned like stuff in the charts. I think a lot of that stuff just doesn't register for me.
Yeah, I barely think of it as music.
Yeah.
It's just in the background.
You get a couple of things that break through, like "Human" by Rag and Bone Man. Quite like.
Right. Okay.
What's the one you
you
listen to?
Which one?
Somebody
that I used to know.
It might be that.
No, you're just somebody.
Something Church.
Take Me to Church.
Yeah.
Songs that make it big in the charts. They're actually alright.
Yeah.
Which I will say, Hosier and Rag and Bone Man are two people I genuinely listen to quite happily.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm a fan of them. Yeah. Jazz. I can't really do jazz. I don't like hate it, but
see, I've got a real love because there was a TV show that came out called Dancing on the Edge. It was like a short little,
True to Edge for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because of that, I have a weird thing of I can listen to jazz for absolutely hours.
Really? Okay.
And I don't know why.
I think jazz is the response I get most frequently to what kind of music can't you stand. People say jazz more than anything else. I think. Other than that, I don't like reggae.
I won't listen unless it's Bob Marley.
Yeah, I don't mind a bit of Marley, but he's the one reggae that everyone likes, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else. I'm not like a big fan of soul and all that sort of stuff, but I can bear it. I like some of it.
Yeah. I wouldn't say there's music that I like. Musicals is the only thing where I have like a strong negative reaction to it. Everything else, I just kind of like, I guess, that's music, I suppose.
Yeah, I can't listen to like proper deathcore and stuff like that. Just
I would say that's probably more that kind of area is more where I would struggle to listen to.
I like stoner rock or desert rock, whatever the official name for it is, but typically it just goes on too long.
It does.
Yeah.
It goes on way too long.
There's a song by Truck Fighters called Desert Cruiser, which is one of my favourite songs. But
it's a good riff.
It's a very good riff.
I got the point.
Yeah. I genuinely had to edit it down because I think
you've edited the song down.
Yeah.
Okay.
The CD release is like 8 minutes, and the live version they do is like 11 minutes. And after 3.5 minutes, like okay, I got the song.
Because it is just a one continuous riff, isn't it? Basically.
After the second verse, they just they are just riffing for the rest of the song,
which is fun for them. Yeah. Sure. And if you're on ecstasy, if you're in the audience,
no, because that's the thing.
It's fun for you as well.
Because stoner rock, you were saying yes, exactly. Because you were saying when you write, you listen to What was it?
My Bloody Valentine.
My Bloody Valentine. I do know them, I promise. I do pay attention to what you like.
Okay.
But you said like it's just kind of like it melts into the background, so it's not a distraction.
Yeah.
I think the point of stoner rock, I think, is that you get high and then it's just something you put on and the music stays there while you just go and be high,
It doesn't feel like it's something you should aspire to, really, should it? In terms of creating it. I just want to create music that it's in the background, people are getting high.
Yeah.
So you should aim a bit higher than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, for people who are high who want them to listen to, it's giving them something to listen to.
I suppose so.
Yeah.
But let's not condone drug use on this. I did recommend acid to be fair.
You did do that, yeah. But that was an alternative to fireworks.
True.
So like anything that stops
And
fireworks.
to be fair, acid over fireworks.
Yeah.
Okay, bad lyrics.
Bad lyrics, yes.
What's spring to mind?
Well, I have, I think, the best answer,
Okay.
and that is...
I want to point out that it's mine.
Is there?
I drew your attention to it.
No, did I?
No.
Are you sure?
100%. I promise
Are
you
you
that.
sure?
I promise.
Okay.
I promise. But you may have it.
No, I don't want your permission. I want ownership. Full ownership.
Okay.
Um,
What's the lyric?
The lyric, okay. You're familiar with the song Lost in Stereo by All Time Low, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
You know what it is, don't you?
Yeah.
The bridge to the song begins with the line, I'm just like cellophane because she sees right through me.
Yeah, that's one of the worst ever, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, in preparation for this, I've looked up a few.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Right.
Yeah, I'm trying to give. I will look it up as well. The ones that spring to mind. There's the Horse with No Name, which is by America, which has that stupid. It just doesn't even make sense. We'll look that up in a sec.
The something was something and the heat was hot or something, wasn't there?
The heat was hot.
I'll see if it's on the list.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, like for there ain't no one for to give you no name.
Oh, yeah.
It's something like that.
Well, they clearly just ran out of beats.
Yeah,
Like meter.
fill the syllables.
Yeah.
The Shakira one to which I alluded was something like, my breasts are small and humble, so you don't confuse them with mountains. My breasts are small
What?
and humble, so you don't confuse them with mountains.
That's just weird.
Lucky that my breasts are small and humble, so you don't confuse them with mountains. Even better, that's got the word lucky in it.
Oh, yeah, I'm really lucky. Thanks, Shakira.
I think the worst one for me, to be fair, it's less like a bad lyric and more just, it's more music than lyric. But it's still technically lyrics. And that's the Black Eyed Peas song.
God, which one?
Is it My Humps?
My Humps. Mix your milk with my Cocoa Puffs.
Right.
Milky, milky
Milky
cocoa.
ride.
Make your milk with my Cocoa Puff. Milky, milky ride. I think that's probably the worst lyric.
Yeah, that's definitely
of
up
all
there,
time.
yeah.
But again, it's sort of, do you count that as a lyric really?
Yeah.
It's more like a refrain,
because
isn't
like
it?
the cellophane is supposed to be poetic somehow.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No, it's
There
just,
are-
it's a very bad.
Surely there were better see-through things you could allude to
Yeah.
than cellophane.
Yeah.
But then again, it wouldn't have given us that wonderful line, so I take
True.
it back.
There's the one in Love the Way You Lie, which I actually don't mind as a song. I like the intensity. But there's Eminem's rapping and he says like something about, I watched you go from the window as you left. I guess that's why they call it window pane. That's up there with the worst.
Yeah, okay. That's not good.
It brings us nicely on to what's on here, because on here they've got Ass Like That by Eminem.
Right.
I quite like that.
No. So do I.
Yeah.
Isn't the point of that song is it's supposed to be bad?
It's supposed to
Lyrically
be
bad.
yeah.
A novelty song, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the point is, the line that they're pointing out is, I ain't never seen an ass like that. The way you move it, you make my pee-pee go dong dong dong.
No, I would disagree with them then, because I think it's meant to be ridiculous.
No, it's meant to be ridiculous, but they're pointing out, technically speaking.
Yes, you
It's
made my
not-
PB go. Doing. What do you mean, please?
I would say there are definitely other things in that song which I can think of which would probably be worse in terms of
Hillary Duff ain't quite old enough, so I never seen a butt like that. Yeah. What else?
They've got Janet Jackson on here.
I think the one that's often cited is drunk cider from a lemon. Drunk cider from a lemon, and I don't want to talk about it anymore. Is that Pfidze?
I don't know.
Think we're gonna make it. They play it at metros all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, we made cider from a lemon, which you can't do that.
Oh, but isn't that the point?
I don't know. Maybe
It is Pfidze, Buck Rogers.
Yeah, Buck Rogers. That's
Right.
right.
Okay.
Yeah. Drink cider from a lemon.
Yeah, because it's all sour and it's like not ideal for cider, isn't it?
We'll start
Well,
over
you get
again,
lemonade from
grow
a lemon,
ourselves
surely.
new skin, and get a house in Devon, drink cider from a lemon. That is pure. I didn't know what else to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that is also, he got a brand new car, looks like a Jaguar. It got leather seats. It's got a CD player.
Player. What else is on that list then?
So the Janet Jackson one.
Yeah.
My swag is serious. I'm heavy like a first day period.
Sure.
Oh, no.
That's not good.
No.
That's not good.
Avril Lavigne. He was a boy. She was a girl. Can I make it any more obvious? He was a boy. She did ballet. What more can I say?
Oh, is that on the? I've seen that on lists like a bit out of date. You know.
Yeah, I mean, the Killers Are We Human is on here.
Right.
As in,
Which lyric?
Are we human or are we dancers? My sign is vital, my hands are cold.
Well, okay, I think the reason that's on there is because it's construed as being grammatically incorrect, right? Are we human or are we dancer? But it's a quote. They're quoting somebody that said that.
Yes.
So I don't really know what to make about that one.
Chris Brown is on this list.
He really knows how to do beats.
And she
Beat Rihanna.
Yes, I know. Yeah. I know what you're doing there.
And she accidentally slip and fall on my dick. Oops, I said on my dick. I ain't really mean to say on my dick. But since we're talking about my dick, all of you haters say hi to it.
It was his dick that she slipped and fell on.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Does his dick have a glove on it? A boxing glove?
A fist-shaped dick. Yeah.
Is there a more masculine thing than that? I know it's horrific, but yeah, I beat her with my dick. I don't know why he's from Alabama.
Fist-shaped dick.
My fist-shaped dick.
Madonna's on here.
Which one?
I don't like... It's from I Love You, New York. I don't like cities, but I like New York. Other places make me feel like a dork.
Yeah, that's terrible. That is terrible.
Destiny's Child.
Go on.
Can you pay my bills? Can you pay my telephone bills? Can you pay my automobile bills?
Can you pay my gas bills?
then maybe we can chill. I don't think you do, so you and me are through.
Okay.
Someone left the cake out in the rain. I don't think I can take it because it took so long to bake it, and I'll never have the recipe again. Oh no, that's Donna Summer.
I didn't hate that.
No, Rihanna.
Right.
Sex in the air. I don't care. I love the smell of it.
Alright.
Fucking.
Yeah.
No. Rhythm is a dancer. The lyric is, I'm serious as cancer when I say rhythm is a dancer.
Yeah, maybe that's a bit of a tonal.
Yeah.
They didn't get that quite right.
Yeah, fuck.
Rhythm is a dancer. It's like cancer.
Oh, okay. There's another Enemy has done like 50 worst pop lyrics of all time. The first one is Razor Light. It's from the song Somewhere Else. It's, I met a girl, she asked me my name, I told her what it was.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that as well.
Yeah.
Straight to the point.
Yeah, they weren't even like, oh, my name is Razor Light. It's just like, I told her what my name was.
My name is Razor Light.
Or whatever, you know, like...
Yeah, I know.
Just ask me my name, and my name is blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I'm going to ignore the second one because it's Nirvana, and I like the song.
What is it?
It's All Apologies. What else could I say? Everyone is gay.
Okay, yeah, I've seen that on worst lyric lists, and I fundamentally disagree with that.
Yeah.
You can't do that to Nirvana.
Because the thing that he's doing there, I think... Right, that song is, if we're going to go into it, is obviously about, like, him blaming himself for a lot of things.
Yeah.
And because in, like, past lyrics, he's said gay, and he's kind of, not been homophobic, but made homophobic references and stuff like that. Yeah. That's him sort of saying... What do you expect of me? And sort of addressing the controversy. Like, what else can I say? Everyone is gay. Happy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's what he's doing with that. Yeah. To be fair.
This second list also contains Human by Nirvana, but they're more
by Killers.
By Killers.
Yeah.
It's not even that late.
Are we human? Are we dancer?
But the reason they're pointing out is the line, I'm down on my knees searching for the answer. Are we human or are we dancer? And they're pointing out is they doubt you're going to, whatever the answer is, I doubt that you're going to find it on the floor searching for a contact lens.
Right.
Is the
this list is stupid.
That's a metaphor. I'm on my knees. Surely you've got me down on my knees. That's not literal.
Be gone with this list, Ellie.
No, because they might throw up some good things.
There's 50. We can't. I mean, if you want to see me list 50 lyrics, I'm happy to do that. But
Work It by Missy Elliott.
Go on.
Take My Thong Off and My Ass Go Boom.
Yeah, that's quite terrible.
Yeah, okay. Some of them I'll disagree with.
Yeah.
Content.
No, but they had the Cranberries and it's song Zombie.
Which
and
line?
It's with their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that song, to be honest.
See, I don't mind that song, but...
Oh, I'll tell you what counts as a bad lyric for me then. After she died, a band released a cover of that song. And they replaced one of those, they said, with their tanks and their drones.
Right.
Yeah. Tried to make it contemporary and it just felt like a pathetic effort.
Bad Wolves.
Bad Wolves also. Yeah.
Billy Bragg, Sexuality. Sexuality, your laws do not apply to me. A nuclear submarine sinks off the coast of Sweden.
Okay. I'll tell you this one, Spoon Man. It's not a bad lyric. It's because it's really unsatisfying because it should rhyme and it doesn't. All my friends are skeletons. Play the rhythm with their bones. Oh, why have you done that? Because all up until that point, it's all rhyming. Then he just fucks it up with that last one. Troll.
Spoon Man.
Come together with your hands. Save me. God.
Do we stop now?
No.
We are just sort of
young, black, and famous with money hanging out the anus.
Right.
Puff Daddy or P Diddy, whichever one you want.
Okay.
Yeah. So some of these are weird. I'll fuck you till your dick is blue.
Okay. Yeah. Let's move on.
yeah.
Do you believe in love at first sight?
No.
No.
No. I believe in something close to it, but I don't believe in love at first sight now.
No. I can understand instant like attraction.
Even more than that, I can understand instant kind of just a sense that you get. Do you know what I mean? It's hard to explain, but not love.
No,
definitely not. Love is the spoil of a battle. You can't just see it and have it. It doesn't work like that. A long, terrible silence to say.
You can't just have love.
Should we just say something to like intro what we're doing here? Because they're not going to know. We haven't said what.
No, we haven't.
No.
Okay.
Just kind of launched into it.
Yeah.
So just to clarify, like basically,
We ran out of ideas. We're creatively bankrupt. So Eddie looked up a list of questions, and you're just reading the idea was you read off the questions, and we talk about the questions.
We'd exhausted the pre-planned things we had to talk about.
yes.
So it could have gone any direction. So when you can do anything, what do you do? So we basically just Googled.
Random questions.
That might get a good conversation going.
Yeah.
Um,
And, we did all right.
We did all right.
yeah. So we've now landed on: do you believe in an afterlife?
No.
Eddie?
No. no, but it's like it's a difficult thing because I like the idea
Yeah.
that there's something, but in terms of an actual belief in one, no, I'm a lot more skeptical.
Yeah.
I'm much more of I kind of once you're done, you're done.
Yep.
Perhaps the glass half empty kind of look at it, but
I think it's the glass is both half empty and half full look of it, isn't it? It's the realistic look at it.
Schrodinger's glass.
Sure. Not quite.
No. Sorry.
it's glass.
I think, I'm not saying there's not an afterlife. I don't think there's a good reason to believe there is one. And that's not the same as, saying there isn't one.
No, I mean, in terms of, like, faith anyway,
Yeah.
I'm not really, again, I'm open for other people to believe it, but I'm not exactly convinced. So,
Yes.
I suppose I sit on the fence on, like, both fronts, really.
Right. I used to hold it against people if they believed in that sort of thing. I definitely used to. Not anymore. And the older I get, the more sympathetic I am towards belief and faith in general. I sort of get it now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if I don't believe myself, I get it.
Yeah, well, I think, certainly there are people I know who faith is, like, something that surrounds them.
Yeah.
And, even, like, suggesting not necessarily you don't follow their faith, but you don't follow a faith. And
Right.
It's like, this is something that keeps me like comfortable. And, like, I've had genuine conversations where it's like, but at least if something happens to me, there's something else.
Yeah.
After it, and I'm like, my view is more once you're done, you're either buried in the ground or turn into ash.
Yeah.
End of story.
I mean, like, I think, whatever works for you at some point within limits. But, I've never been very good at, I'm not good at fooling myself. I know that sounds like a humble brag, but like, I can't, when people have said to me, even if you're not confident, just act confident. I don't know how you can do that. If it doesn't compute with me. I am what I am. I'm going to start singing in a second. You know what I mean? I can't make myself believe something that I fundamentally don't. And I can't act like I do either. I'm just not very good at that sort of thing. No. What do you think, Jord? You're going to fucking answer.
But must I, though?
Yes, you must.
Why?
Because we have, so you have to.
Nah, but you've got, you both answered nicely.
No, come on.
There you go.
Okay. But why are you not answering?
He doesn't like talking about about belief or anything like that. It's weird.
That's
You never have been.
Yeah, because I don't really know about that sort of stuff.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
No, but that's fine. Like, but if you don't know, like, that's fine. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
What don't you know, though?
Well, I suppose.
You don't know whether you think there's an afterlife or not.
Yeah.
You do. It's just a lie. Right, okay, we'll have another argument, you and me, because over the years, many, many times where we have ended up in a pretentious conversation about God or something, and I can't eke out a single opinion out of you.
Yeah.
And what you usually say is, well, I haven't sat down and just thought about this.
Yeah.
As if anybody really does. I've never sat down and thought about what I believed. I just know what I believe because I'm me. And I'm alive.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know what my opinion is about something.
Okay.
Mine's developed over time.
Yeah, it can change, obviously, and you can, if you want to get into it, you can read and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But I think most people, so do you believe in God? They would either say yes, no, or I'm not sure.
But if I've ever done that, if I've ever given an answer like, I'm not sure or I don't know, you have a go at me as well.
Well, because you take the fence on everything. That's why you sit on the fence for everything important, don't you?
No.
Okay, do you believe in an afterlife?
Next question.
Do you believe in an afterlife?
I don't know.
Well, which way do you lean?
I don't know.
See, how can you...
It's
See, I have a tie-in question, but I'm not entirely convinced you're going to answer that either now.
Okay. What is it?
Are you scared of dying?
Right, okay. I don't know. Next question.
No, come on. Do you believe in an afterlife?
No, I don't. It's one of those things where I think, okay, logically, no.
Yeah.
I don't know how the mechanics of that would work.
Right.
So it's probably not a thing that exists.
Right.
But also, it's not an idea that I seem to be able to shake.
Right.
There's never been a moment in my life where I've said definitively, no, there's no afterlife.
Well, nor have I.
No, but at the same time, there's never been a moment like, okay, I'm convinced that I lean more towards there not being one.
Do you think it might be fear that's the ingredient there? Because like you said, logically it makes no sense to you.
Yeah.
But you can't shake it.
No. Yeah.
Do you think that's fear?
I don't know what it is. I mean, it's the same with most religion, isn't it? There's a lot of it, because it's so, I can't speak for other religions, but Catholicism and Catholic faith, it's all based very heavily on faith.
Plant our flags, I suppose.
Okay.
What we were raised in, etc.
Okay. Yeah.
My mother wanted to have me baptized. Mm-hmm. My father wouldn't have it. He said he will choose his own religion.
Fair enough.
And my mother wanted to send me to a Catholic school. My father wanted to send me to a Welsh school, so I went to a Welsh school. I then went to a Catholic secondary school because I wanted to go to an English-speaking secondary school. And my mother had gone to this school, so I went there.
Okay.
My father's a spiritualist, but I was kind of not raised with any religion at all, really. I got to just make my own mind up the older I got. Was a fervent atheist for a very long time, like an angry atheist. Now I'm just, I suppose, an atheist. What about you?
Well, so my grandfather, now he died before I was alive, but I think it certainly seemed to influence the family.
Right.
He was a Methodist minister.
Oh, okay.
And my grandmother was a teacher. So I think the religion, whether it was Methodist or what that I was brought up in, obviously it was Christianity of some form.
Yes, yeah.
And I certainly, if my mother goes to church, she goes to a Methodist church. Mm-hmm. If my gran came to visit us, you found the Methodist church in the area. Mm-hmm. Because certainly when my gran was around, I went to church more.
Okay. Do you go to church at all now?
No.
No. Okay.
I haven't been. I want to say since I moved to Cardiff, but I feel like if it's not the first year, like if it's not during the years when I was at uni, because during the years I was at uni, I didn't work at around Christmas, so I may have gone in one of those 3 years. But if not, then yes, it's been 6 years. Religion for me now is something of agnostic is the term I use, because I'm open to the idea.
You're not convinced by it.
But I'm not convinced by it. But at the same time, I'm not really looking to be convinced by it.
Okay.
I'm quite happy in where I stand.
Mm-hmm.
People want to believe what I want to believe. Cool. Go ahead. I'm not going to stop you.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm happy just kind of going, no, I don't really think that's around. But, I'm not looking to have that opinion changed anyway.
Sure. Okay.
Me, on the other hand, I am I'm Catholic. I'm a baptized, confirmed Catholic. My mother is Catholic. My father is not. He's not really of any faith. So the effect that I found is, we used to go to church when I was younger, but there would also be several weeks where we didn't go to church. And it wasn't out of, protest or anything. It was just kind of laziness. We wouldn't go to church. But because I kind of grew up in a split household, the effect was that stuff never really came up. There was no talk of religion. There was no, So I kind of grew up in a very neutral house, and I think as a result of that, I haven't really found, because it was never really a part of me. I was never really around it when I was growing up, even though I've gone to like Catholic schools.
Yeah.
Obviously, in school, you don't pay attention too much.
No.
The stuff that doesn't really interest you or stuff that you don't understand. So yeah, that's kind of because my grandmother, I believe, from my mother's side, she wasn't Catholic, but then she sort of found Catholicism later in life. And you tend to find that they're the strongest Catholics.
Yeah.
The people who find it in later life as opposed to the people who were born into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think that very much wore off my mother. So she kind of felt the need to continue.
There's none more fervent than a convert.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I think that's why she continued to, make an effort to make the gesture of taking me and my sister to church and things like that.
Fair to say you're a lapsed Catholic.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't go to church of my own volition. I don't really pray or practice the religion in any capacity.
So I think I am baptized.
Christened.
Yeah. Christened. I think I am,
Okay.
but I couldn't tell you for certain.
Okay.
It's not a question I've asked my family in any recent time.
Right.
But I imagine, given my grandmother, I imagine it probably wouldn't have really given me much choice.
Okay.
Right.
So
yeah, that's kind of like where we're all coming from. I suppose that's what you wanted to.
Yes, that's where we're coming from. But yeah, back to the afterlife.
Yeah. No, well, yeah, obviously, like, religion is very faith-based, because there's a lot of stuff that they talk about. Yeah, I know it sounds... I'm getting to my point, all right?
Okay, all right.
Religion is faith-based? Fucking hell, my mind is...
Well, yeah, because there's a lot of stuff you can't... like the afterlife. There's no scientific way of proving whether there's an afterlife or not, because the only method in which you can do it, your test subject's not going to be able to tell you about it afterwards, are they?
And if by some way you manage to get them back to telling you about it, that whether there was an afterlife, there's going to be plenty of people that are going to call bullshit. It's like, I was.
Oh yeah, you'll get your skeptics. Definitely.
And that's happened. Like lots of people have died and then come back or whatever.
Yes, but I don't know if any of them have reached like brain death.
Oh no, they obviously haven't died.
No, yeah, no, their hearts are stopped, but they haven't they were never brain dead.
Yes,
so it can always be written off as that's like residual brain activity.
Well, of course, yeah.
But like I said, it's not a lot of stuff you can prove. And I know Catholicism is an organized religion, and there's texts and everything written on it as well. So I know that contributes to it. But just like how much of it there is, and like the specificity of the religion and like the stories behind it, that's something that you can sort of look at and go, but there's so much of it.
Catholicism is amongst the most insane ones.
Okay,
I would say.
Right. Insane in what respect? Because you have like Eastern religions, which they have like animal, gods taking the form of animals and like all these different weird details.
But okay, I don't mean it in that. I don't mean wacky. I mean it's kind of just within the realm of Christianity, the specificities of the Catholic Church are what make it odd.
Yes,
like the fact that they think wine literally turns into blood.
Yes,
it's not a metaphor.
Yeah,
it's called transubstantiation. They call it. Literally becomes the blood of Christ. Yeah. This literally becomes the body of Christ. They have a weird obsession with Mary as the mother of Christ. The rest of Christianity doesn't seem to have. And utterly...
I mean, she did get pregnant in a weird way.
She did. Yeah. It was unusual.
Yeah. No, I don't know what happened there. How am I pregnant? I did not sleep with anyone else.
And a kind of inverted fascination with sex.
Right.
Which the Catholic Church particularly has.
Okay.
Which is obsessed with it, but through its regulation.
Yeah.
You can't do this, you can't do it, but it is obsessed. Everything is about sex with Catholics. All the time.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
John stinks out of his gown.
But yeah, what was about the afterlife? What was the original?
It's just, do you believe in after?
Oh, just to believe in after. Yeah, that's my main thing. It's like it's an idea I can't shake, but that extends a lot to Catholicism. There's just kind of so much of it, and there's a lot of details to it, and there's just a lot of stories where you're like, but okay, it's if we want to take this literally and logically, there's probably a lot of stuff that just couldn't happen, but also it's there, and the stories remain consistent over all this time.
Okay.
I'm not saying that as like a this is why I believe it, because because they keep telling the same story.
Right.
Just like maybe that's why I'm finding it so hard to shake.
No, but I do understand, and I know. I mean, let's say my grandmother was, I don't know of a week where she missed church. Like, I'm pretty certain to the extent that if she went away on holiday, I don't know, she would have had to have found another one on the Sunday.
Right.
To go to a Sunday service.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So in that regard, I don't know a week where she would have not gone to it. When she passed away, the last thing she said was she called out for she was actually, I think, my great aunt. Right. We called her Auntie Audrey.
Right.
But she called out for her as like one of the last things she did.
Right.
And they were the consensus. I think in the room was they thought that as she was going, that was who she was seeing and feeling like she was being greeted by. Yeah. So.
Was your great aunt not with you at the time?
No. She passed away.
I see.
Several years before.
Right.
So it was like and at this point I don't remember her having come up in a conversation for a very long time. So for her to come up in a conversation, it's like, oh, okay. But that seemed to be, I wasn't in the room at the time, so I can't say.
Right.
Okay.
But that was like okay. But I know certainly in my family it was comfort that if she was going into an afterlife and she was being greeted by my great aunt, because when the two of them did get together, for two people who were fairly straight and narrow most of the time, that's when shit hit the fan.
Right.
Because my great aunt was definitely a bad influence.
Okay.
But like it was like a comfort to them. If that's who she's seeing, when, not the person she'd been married to, for whatever reason,
right?
Without going into that, but that was like a comfort. And then certainly the family, like my mother, my uncle, they were like, she'll be at peace now. And
I think everyone looks for a kind of poetry in that sort of stuff. I mean, I've done a little bit of reading about the experience of dying, and it was a thing released recently, I think. Basically, I can't remember all of it. The first thing that shuts down is your sense of humour. That goes when your brain starts to die, that goes first.
Okay.
And then
I'm fucked there.
I think this is all quite quick, it's this is happening within seconds. And your life does flash before your eyes, but not chronologically. You get like a mosaic of your life.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you die.
Okay.
That's been the general scientific consensus on the issue. So I think that's why a lot of people see past loved ones and that sort of stuff.
Oh yeah.
To hark back to what you were saying, those stories obviously have durability because they are dealing in archetypes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
those stories predate these religions in different forms. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just that's the version that you know, basically.
Yeah.
But it's because they speak to universal human truths. Do you know what I mean? In such a, like, I'm not the Bible. It's like brilliantly written. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't deny that, and it's done in such concision as well, relatively speaking. That yes, it's going to stay forever because it captures truths. Yeah, if that hadn't have been written, there would be something else.
Yes.
In its place.
Yes.
Okay. Was that question?
I don't know. I mean, like, yeah, you can talk about like whether the afterlife or like notable moments in the history of Catholicism, like whether they really happened or not.
Right.
And that can sort of influence your decision as to whether you believe in that kind of stuff or not. But also it's just like the idea of belonging to a faith like that.
Right.
It seems like a nice thing. Just
pick a better faith.
You think?
Yeah.
That's the thing with Catholicism. It does seem to be a bit like,
mad.
If you're not doing it right, you sort of... I'm trying to make a serious point, guys.
Sorry. It is mad, though. But go on.
No, yeah, I'm not denying that.
Yeah.
That's what Jordan's into.
I'm not gonna...
Go on, make your point.
You have a go at me for not having an opinion.
Make your point.
And now I'm trying to have an opinion. Because I'm not even trying to agree with this, but I'm just trying to have an opinion.
Right.
And you're just like making fun of me. So no more opinions.
So when people say like...
No more opinions.
Sam's opinion does not reflect the views of Funfiltered Entertainment or whatever. So John's opinions don't even reflect his own.
Not in this. Like, I feel so out of my depth right now.
Good.
Genuinely.
But it's good to be out of your depth.
Yeah.
Go on, make your point.
Oh yeah, just like it's belonging to a faith like that seems like a nice thing.
Okay.
The problem with Catholicism, I think, is that if you're not doing it right, you're made to feel guilty, and I don't like that guilt.
Catholics are big on guilt.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think if the sense of guilt wasn't so like strong and like
Right.
you know, not endorsed is the wrong word, but like, you know, Catholics do kind of make you feel bad if you're not being a Catholic proper.
Yeah.
Then maybe I'd be more open to
Okay.
going to church and stuff.
But then there's the whole priest thing as well.
That's a
Which
bit of a
is
downer.
kind of unique to Catholicism, really.
Yes.
Not exclusive.
No.
But there's something there, clearly.
Yes.
It's a legitimate psychological phenomenon, isn't it? As Spotlight taught us.
Yeah, I can't remember the
3%?
thing of it though.
Is it 3% or 13% of all priests?
It's a lot. It's definitely a lot.
It's a ridiculous amount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what that's because obviously as a priest you're not allowed to marry.
That's it.
But is it that? Why? Because young boys is the typical thing, right? That's the more.
I don't know if it's more common, but you certainly hear about it more.
Yeah.
It might be more common. That I just don't know.
Yeah, is that like the logical manifestation of not being able to marry someone?
I think it's they think boys are less likely to talk about it.
Okay.
I think that's part of it.
Okay.
Depending on God, I don't really want to get.
Yeah, we're getting into heavy territory.
Depending on what you do, what they do, it's less visible than if they did something with a girl.
I see. Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Because I get, this covers the spectrum of kissing to. I really don't want to get into it. But
yeah.
my guess would be, because a lot of conservatives, I've said that, you just shouldn't have gay priests then. A lot of them seem to think that it's latent homosexuality.
Right, okay.
Which could genuinely be a factor of people who are guilty about their own sexuality because they were raised religious.
Yeah.
To become a priest is like the ultimate combative measure.
Yeah.
I'll fucking push this down. I can't help but...
Yes. Okay.
But I do think a lot of them target boys particularly because boys are less likely to tell
It's a practical decision.
Yeah. Because they're
less way to call that practical.
They're less likely to. They're more ashamed about it, so they're less likely to tell anybody.
I can't find the percentage.
Okay, but it's at least 3 of all priests.
Yeah.
So that's an issue as well, isn't it?
Yes, but I don't know how. Yes, obviously it doesn't shine. Positively on Catholicism.
No.
But I wonder how much of that is a deterrent for people just to the faith in general.
Now I think that massively.
Yeah,
I think when people think of Catholic priests, that's what they think.
Yes. Well, Catholicism in general, would you say? People think of that?
Yeah, you hear the word Catholic, you tend to think priest.
But I mean, that seems to be like, in terms of jokes about religion.
Yeah.
Most of them are directed at the Catholics, aren't they?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, part of it is just like people unaware of other religions, but also like people get very uncomfortable when,
you start making fun of Islam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even Judaism. I don't feel like a lot of that is... That's, it's more just like the cliche, the stereotype of a Jew as opposed to the religious, making fun of the
I don't
religion.
know. I mean, I think there's there's less to go off with Jews.
Okay.
I think that, if not many people know much about it if they're not exposed to it. I don't, a lot of people know about Judaism. Jews have had a bad rap historically.
Yes.
They've had a bad lot, rather.
Oh, yeah.
For all of time, really. And there's a sense of...
Yeah, from the start.
Let's leave them alone sort of thing. But also, Judaism, it's the most, ignoring certain orthodox practices. It's barely a religion, do you know what I mean? It's kind of just I don't think they believe in an afterlife. Okay. They're all about... There's very little dogma. It's all about just, leading a good life and...
Okay.
But it's, it's very not... Rabbis will swear and smoke. They'll be the first to kind of say they don't really know what they're doing.
I see, okay.
It's a very humble... It's been humbled.
Okay.
Yeah, frankly. And so there's kind of less to prod. Whereas with Catholicism, because it takes itself so seriously.
Yes.
I mean, the Jewish sense of humour, that's a known thing.
Oh, yeah.
They have a good sense of humour about themselves, because you have to if you're going to put up with that much...
Oh, yes.
oppression over the years. But Catholics... They still take it very, very seriously. And it's silly, they've got a lead, Judaism has no leader,
Yeah.
Catholics, there's this one guy dressed in a dress with a funny hat, and this guy represents God on earth.
Yes.
It's mad. It's mad, genuinely mad. And all the stuff, ignoring the priest stuff, all the money that's gone into the Vatican, all the gold, and the weird, they've got a very, obviously the sexual obsession, which is part of the priest thing, I think, but also the hierarchy of it. It's so bureaucratic almost. There are bishops and cardinals, and it's an infrastructure. It's Is this a religion or a business? Like, I'm not really sure what you're doing.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. We're getting into the what do you call it?
The nitty gritty.
No, just kind of like you've got Catholicism, the faith, and then you've got Catholicism, the
institution.
Yes, yeah. We're getting more into that side of it,
yes.
now, which I think is definitely its own thing. And I would think again, because I was sort of brought up in a neutral household, I barely had any discussions with my parents about either side of, I don't think my dad has ever stated a position, even if that position was, I don't believe in anything.
Right, okay.
My mum is a little more open to those kind of discussions. And I don't want to misrepresent her views on the podcast.
Right.
But I think she doesn't like the institutional side of Catholicism.
Right.
She's more about, how it sort of, the smaller communal kind of thing is what she does. Because, again, my grandmother, after finding her faith, she spent a lot of time at the church. She was head of the choir. My mother and my sister were in the choir. She would go down there on weekends and she would, help out with events. And so they were kind of grew up and sort of surrounded by the communal aspect of it, which is sort of the big takeaway from Catholicism, I think, isn't it? It's supposed to be you're part of a whole.
I think that's any religion, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think Catholicism, that's one of the things it prides itself on, is like we are one.
Right.
We are one entity, and we're all one. Yes. Well, and then when you get to that point where there's this infrastructure and there are these like levels of faith and the Vatican and all that, that's when it gets a bit like, oh, we're kind of getting away from what the point of it all now.
My father, who's a spiritualist, the amount of time I'll walk in the room and he's on the phone talking to someone else from the church and they're just kind of gossiping about someone in the church.
Yeah.
And I think with any group of people in any environment, there's going to be kind of little betrayals and backstabbing, and he's talking about her and that sort of thing. But I just kind of feel like, I say to him, you're a spiritualist, like, what are you doing? As how are you not in constant amazement and awe? Because according to you, we don't die. We just move to a different plane.
Yes, yeah.
And you can communicate with them as far as you're concerned.
Yeah.
How are you not constantly just like...
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me that you can like find time to scrap.
To deal with the little problems.
Yeah, it's just human nature, isn't it?
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, that was a big topic.
Yeah.
What's the next question?
What is your favourite dessert?
Mint chocolate chip ice cream.
Ooh, apple strudel.
See, vanilla cheesecake for me.
Okay, bye.